Barbara Holland. Barbara Holland, also known as Barb, attends a party at Steve Harrington's house with her best friend Nancy Wheeler. Outside by the pool with the friends, Barbara cuts her hand while trying to open a beer can with a knife. It doesn't seem to be anything, and they all left her alone. As Barb sits alone by the pool, blood dips from her wound into the water. A Demogorgon suddenly appears. It lunges forward, grabs her, and pulls her violently into the Upside Down. Barb wakes up inside the monstrous pool in the Upside Down. Everywhere is dark, wet, and covered in vines. Injured picks herself up from the floor and tries to move away, clawing at the vines, searching for a way to climb out of the pool, all while screaming her friend's name. The Demogorgon reappears, rushes toward her, and drags her off screen. Her body is shown submerged in the upside-down pool later, lifeless and decomposing. Bob Newby. Bob Newby is in Hawkins' lab with Joyce, Hopper, and Mike after Will is recovered from the Upside Down. During Will's treatment, the doctors burn a vine connected to the Upside Down, and Will winces in pain. The connection is then used to unleash a hive of demodogs inside the facility. Bob Newby is trapped in the control room with others as the presence of the demodogs cut the power to the lab. Bob decides to turn the power back on manually. He runs through the dark hallways as the demodogs stall the same hallways. He manages to restore power back to the facility, unlocking the exit doors, and the emergency lights turn back on as he gets to the final corridor. With safety in sight, Bob runs towards Joyce, but multiple demodogs suddenly emerge from the shadows. They take a leap at Bob, clawing and biting. They knock him to the ground and kills within seconds, all while Joyce watches helplessly, behind closed doors. Dr. Martin Brenner. Dr. Martin Brenner, popularly known as Papa in the franchise, escapes his secret Nevada facility with 11 during a military assault by Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan. As the soldiers storm the facility, they kill the guards and scientists flee through a hidden hatch into the path of a waiting sniper. Dr. Brenner carries 11 on his back and escapes through the same hatch and gets to the surface of the desert where he finds the bodies of his colleagues scattered across the sand. The helicopter sniper opens fire on Brenner, leaving him badly wounded. Brenner collapses onto the sand, bleeding heavily as 11 disables the helicopter with her telekinetic power to save her friends. Moments later, 11 is on her knees, holding Dr. Brenner's cold hands, listening to what he says to her. Eventually, the doctor collapses in the desert and dies alone. Eddie Munson. Eddie Munson's death is another painful death in Stranger Things. Eddie Munson enters the Upside Down as part of an elaborate plan to distract Vecna's Demobats, and he succeeds in drawing their attention. He climbs onto the roof of his trailer in the Upside Down, playing a loud electric guitar solo of Master of Puppets. The sound draws the Demobats out of the Creel house in swarms. The creatures close in on Eddie and Dustin, who try to hide inside the trailer. But the door does not hold, and soon Eddie and Dustin escape through the gate leading back to Hawkins. As Dustin climbs the gate first, Eddie stays behind. He runs outside and jumps onto a bicycle, dragging the attention of the Demobats with him, and away from the gate and Dustin. The Demobats chase him through the streets till they knock him off the bike. He stands up, draws a makeshift shield and spear, ready to face the swarm. Unfortunately, he is no match for them, and they soon overwhelm him, clawing and biting him till he collapses. After the hive mind is destroyed, the Demobats drop dead and Dustin returns to find Eddie badly wounded. Eddie bleeds heavily and cannot stand. He tells Dustin he loves him, before dying in his arms. Billy Hargrove. Billy Hargrove is controlled by the Mind Flayer inside Starcourt Mall. It is the final battle, and Billy drags 11 across the floor towards the spider monster. As he prepares to deliver her to the creature, 11 gets to him with her powers. She forces Billy to relive a childhood memory as a young boy with his mother on the beach, before her departure from his life. The memory distorts the Mind Flayer's control and Billy stops moving. He turns towards the spider monster, and when the creature lunges at 11, Billy steps directly in front of her. The spider monster attacks him repeatedly, impaling him through the chest with its tentacles. Billy falls to the ground, fatally wounded. Coley. Coley returns during the final battle to assist 11 in the group. After a confrontation in the lab, Coley holds Hopper at gunpoint, but their moment gets interrupted by military forces in an ambush. Coley, 11, and Hopper try to evade the soldiers through the corridor, and during the pursuit, both Coley and 11 are incapacitated. Hopper manages to save 11, but leaves Coley behind. Hopper comes back for Coley, but is taken hostage by Lieutenant Akers, who demands 11's location. Threatening to shoot Kaylee, Akers asks Hopper for 11's location, but before he could shoot, an explosion rocks, caused by Murray destroying the military helicopter. A shot is fired, and it seems too late because Coley is caught in the chest by the bullet. In the chaos, 11 attacks and kills Akers and his men, and after it all clears, 11 rushes to Kaylee's side, and in a brief moment, she gives up the ghost, Chrissy Cunningham. Chrissy Cunningham enters Eddie Munson's trailer in the woods to buy drugs. Inside the trailer, the environment begins to distort. Lights flicker, and soon the sounds echo unnaturally. Chrissy is suddenly pulled into a vision of her childhood home. She moves through the house as objects shift and walls close in around her. Back in the real world, however, Chrissy begins levitating above the trailer floor. Her arms snap first, twisting unnaturally. Her legs follow. Blood pours from her eyes as pressure builds. Her jaw dislocates as her skull is crushed. Chrissy's body drops lifelessly onto the trailer floor, twisted and broken, while Eddie watches in shock. Vecna. During the final confrontation, Vecna is attacked on multiple fronts. 11 confronts Vecna inside the Mind Flayer's body while her friends attack from the outside using fire, explosives, and weapons. Vecna is shot, burned, and thrown through the upper floors of the Creel house. Will Byers interferes through the hive mind, weakening Vecna's control. 11 impales Vecna, leaving him severely wounded. Joyce Byers steps forward with an axe and swings repeatedly, severing Vecna's head. Vecna's body collapses. With his death, the Mind Flayer also collapses and is destroyed. 11. In the final episode, the gate to the Upside Down begins collapsing from the inside. 11 remains behind while the others escape. Buildings crumble, debris falls, and energy surges through the environment. 11 stands at the center of the collapsing gate as the ground fractures around her. She reaches out psychically to Mike. They speak briefly. 11 turns back towards the gate and an explosion erupts. 11 is gone before the dust even settles. Later in an epilogue where the friends played Dungeons and Dragons, Mike suggests that Kaylee may have used illusion powers to make it look like 11 died, implying that 11 might have actually survived. So what do you think about Mike's theory? Is 11 really gone for good? Or does her story still have another chapter left? And Vecna? Does he truly belong on a list of the most painful deaths in Stranger Things? Or does he have no place here at all? Let me know what you think.